Hello and welcome to the second half of a previous yoga practice that I posted. So the second half really focuses on the back, neck, hips, and feet. So if you are sore in any of those areas, I recommend sticking around for this. But because I've split the video in half, it's kind of an abrupt beginning. I just wanted to say a quick hello, and I hope you enjoy the practice and I hope you feel better. Okay? Have a good practice. Let's just sit here for a moment, breathe, and be. We're getting to the chill part now. We're going to give some serious love to our hips and back. Okay, so let's make our way back to downward dog. This is going to be the last downward dog of our practice today. Arms forward, toes tucked under, make your way up, hips reaching up, knees have a little bend, back is straight, big breath here. Now bend the knees and look forward and step or jump, landing softly on the front of your mat. Let's inhale and halfway lift, and exhale and do our last Uttanasana for today, melting forward over our legs, keeping a soft bend in the knees. Drop the head, the neck, the shoulders. Let everything feel heavy, like a rag doll, just totally flopped over, relaxed, breathing. Feel free to give the legs a hug, or just let the arms hang free, doing their thing. I always love to come back up again. One more little time. I sneak in another halfway lift. Exhale and fold forward again. It really helps to get deeper and just relax into the pose a little more. So feel free to keep doing that if that feels good, to keep moving. But otherwise, we're hanging out here just for about 5 more breaths. Okay, being really mindful of our knees and our backs and our legs. Let's bend the knees, and with a really strong core and really strong legs, inhale all the way up into a standing position. Let's do a baby back bend here and a big inhale. Exhale, hands together to a prayer position. Good job. So I'm gonna turn and face the camera. So, heel toe, the feet just a little wider than hip distance apart, toes facing outward. Inhale, bring the arms up, hands together, and as we exhale, making our way into a beautiful little squat here. Use the elbows to push the knees open, woohoo! And just breathe and chill here. Let's make our way all the way down to the floor. Stretch your legs out in front of you. There's a spider above my head, and that's how I feel about spiders. If you see me looking at something, that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so let's straighten the back. You may even find it helpful to get right back against the wall if you can. Pull your butt cheeks back and up out of the way so you can get right onto your sit bones. Sitting up nice and straight. We'll start with the right leg in, the foot touching your inner thigh for Janu Shirshasana. So right foot on the inside of your left thigh, back is straight. Let's start to fold at the hips, reaching towards the foot. If the knee or the shin is most comfortable to reach for at the moment, that's perfect. Stay right there. No being hard on yourself, just honoring where you are and being fine with that. Doing your best. So relaxing the shoulders, the head, the neck. If this is feeling really tight and difficult, come back up again into a seated position with the back straight and fold again. Grabbing wherever is comfortable, releasing the head, breathing normally here. Just a few more breaths here. Slowly start to walk your hands back up. Beautiful. Sitting up nice and tall still. Let's take the right ankle and place it on top of your left thigh. And give our ankles a little bit of love here. So moving the ankle in a circular motion in both directions. Pulling the toes. You want to flex and pull the foot inward. That's how you'll get the best stretch in the top of the foot, connecting to the shin. Good. And just finding like the sweet spot. Just moving the foot and the ankle around here is the most important part. Give yourself a little massage. Grab the toes, pull the toes. Use your thumbs to do little spreading motions. Give the heel a squeeze. Give your feet some love here. Your feet do so much for you all the time. We're really hard on our bodies and our ankles, and they take a lot of abuse from us. So honor your feet for a second. Just give it some love. It deserves it. Cool. Let's start to sit up straight. See if you can apply a little bit of pressure to your right knee. Pushing it down. Ooh, that feels good. Or not, I don't know. Just breathe. Relax the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. Cool. So, we're going to put the foot down. So now it's flat on the mat, and you stay where you are. I'm just going to move so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to twist towards the back of the room. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Fun, huh? You can keep the hand up. Just in my body, it feels better and more natural to have it folded down. I'm gonna just say do what feels right. So, the right arm reaching back. Turn your head towards the back of the room. Try to keep the spine nice and straight. We're getting a really big twist here. It's so good for your back, your guts, your digestive system. A lot of stuff is happening in this twist. So let's appreciate that and honor that and give respect where respect is due for our body and all the things it does for us without us having to think about it ever. So just breathing and finding that place of comfort within the discomfort. Just a couple more breaths here. And really super slowly making your way out. I'm just going to move my body again, so I'm facing the camera, you stay where you are. And I like to do a sort of a quick little twist to the other side just for a breath or two, just to even myself out. Place your hands on the floor behind you. Lean back and slowly straighten your leg. And let's shake it up. Shake, shake, shake. Cool. So sitting up nice and straight, pulling your glutes back and up, getting right on the sit bones so we're able to sit up straight. Let's do the other side. Left foot to the inside of the right leg. Taking a second here, feeling it out. Folding forward, folding at the hips. Trying your best to keep your back straight, but a little bit of a curve is going to happen. It's natural. Placing the hands on the leg or the foot, whatever is within your reach comfortably. Relaxing the head, the neck, and shoulders, and folding forward. Soften your breath. Feel free to stay if it's feeling really good, or just come back up for a little break, a little breather, a couple breaths, and fold forward again. We'll stay here for about 10 more breaths. Relax the head, neck, shoulders. Breathe. Slowly lifting the head and start to walk the hands back towards your hips. Grab your left ankle, place it on top of your right thigh. So let's give the ankle some love. Circles, both directions. Pulling the toes back and inwards. We get a nice little stretch in the top of the foot, the shin. And just any way that it feels good. Move the ankle around right now. Giving the foot a little massage here, pulling all the toes. Doing the spreading motion with the thumb. My foot already feels better. It's really good. It's really nice to give yourself a foot massage. Squeeze the heel. Okay. Cool. So we're still sitting in this position. Let's apply. A little bit of pressure on the top of the knee here. Ooh, yes. Breathe. Try to not be doing this. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Use the strength in your arm without bringing the shoulder hiked way up towards your ear. And just gently push. I'm not pushing that much, and I feel a lot of good stuff happening in my hip here. Breathe. Sitting up straight. Just a couple more breaths. Okay. So let's bring the knee up and the foot down. Half Lord of the Fishes pose, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So back straight, left arm behind your back. Use it to push into the floor to lengthen your spine a little bit more here. Then bring the right arm to the outside, your left leg, twist and turn. And I really like to push into the knee a little bit, whatever feels right. Find your sweet spot, whether you have the arm up or folded down. I'm cool with it either way. Other yoga teachers might say something different, but ultimately every body is different. And I really want you to honor what you feel in your body and what feels right for your body above all else, all the time. Really big twist here, full breaths, lots of good wringing out of stagnant stuff in our body. That's why we're going to drink a lot of water to flush it out of our system. Just a few more breaths here. As you exhale, slowly make your way back to the front. And before we straighten the leg, just a twist to the other side for a breath or two. It just feels like it evens me out. And slowly coming forward, let's bring both hands behind you a bit. Lean back into your hands. Straighten the leg. Shake the knees. Shake. Beautiful. I'd really like us to stretch the neck a little bit here before we go into our winding down postures and then Shavasana. So coming to whatever seated position is most comfortable for you. The most important thing here is being comfortable. So if you want to have one leg out, both legs out, cross-legged, whatever, sitting on your knees, whatever is most comfortable for you, please take that position. We're going to start with the right arm out to the side, fingers wide, folding your ear towards your shoulder on the left side. So the arm reaching is really helping with the stretch here. You likely are feeling it right away, all throughout your arms, maybe in your fingers, your shoulder, totally normal. This is a really beautiful and really deep stretch. So just breathe and honor that, and don't push it. Find the sweet spot. So relax the shoulders, keep the arm reaching. The arm is doing a little bit of work here, and the head, we don't want that to work. So try to release and relax the head. And breathing normally. So rolling the head towards the floor. And you should still feel the stretch in the side of your neck, but a little more in the back of it now. Bring the forehead forward a little bit here as well. Keep the head feeling heavy and relaxed. And we'll try a little rotation nice and slow the other way. So coming back, just ear to shoulder where we started. And keeping the ear connected with the shoulder, we'll rotate the head towards the ceiling. And keeping this arm up, and it may actually feel better to move it around a little bit. Find the sweet spot. You'll know the sweet spot because it feels so sweet. It feels so good. And letting the chin come up and the head come back here. So we feel the stretch a little more in the front of the neck, still on the side. We'll stay on this side for about 10 more breaths, so feel free to move around a little bit, slowly rotating the neck. Finding the sweet spot. For me, it's ear to shoulder, just kind of right where we started. Feels really nice. Relax the shoulders. Slowly making your way back to the starting position, which in this case is ear to shoulder, so no rotation, nice and slow. Let's take one more breath here. And slow, super slow, bring the arm down and the head up. Give the shoulders a roll. Look down, look up. Neutral, as if you're checking your blind spot, turning your head both sides. And let's do the other side. So left arm out to the side, palm facing forward. Head folds to the right, right ear to right shoulder. And it's totally normal, again, to feel like weird, tingling, fiery sensations in your arm here. It's a very beautiful stretch, and a lot of muscles are involved. And it's really important to give the neck and the shoulders some well-deserved love, especially after so many downward dogs, chaturangas. So relaxing the shoulders, letting the head feel heavy. And we'll do the same thing on this side that we did on the other, and just moving nice and slow and finding your sweet spot, breathing there, being there. So keeping the ear as connected to the shoulder as possible the whole time. You can play around with rotating the head towards the floor. Keeping the head feeling heavy and folded as you do this. Breathing. And of course you can stay or feel free to move with me as we rotate back to ear to shoulder position. Feel free to move the arm a bit too. It might feel better if the arm's back or up or down. You gotta play a bit to find your sweet spot. And let's rotate towards the ceiling, keeping the ear connected to the shoulder. Eyes are gonna look up towards the ceiling, chin and nose are turning up, and try to keep the head heavy, pulling back a bit so we feel the beautiful stretch in the side, front of the neck. Always being really careful and slow with your neck. Take about 3 to 5 more breaths in your sweet spot or wherever it feels really good. Maybe continuing to move is what felt best for you. Not staying in one spot at all, but rotating. Really slowly bringing your ear back to your shoulder, so the starting position. Beautiful side stretch. A couple more breaths here. And really super, super, super duper slowly lower the arm and bring the head back up. Let's roll the shoulders. Bring the chin in a bit, like you're trying to make a double chin. Look down, look up, head back to neutral, do your blind spot check. Other side, and again, both sides. Cool. My body right now just wants to do a little seated cat-cow, so you can join me if you like. Cat-cow just always feels good. You can never get enough. Wiggle around a bit, move a bit. Beautiful. So let's bring the knees to the chest and roll onto your back. Let's continue rolling here. Rocking and rolling. Getting a nice little back and spine massage. Yes. I don't know about you guys, but it feels really good on me. So let's do a few more. And all the way down. Back flat on the mat. Let's just lay here for a moment for a few breaths. And just appreciate how good it feels to lay on the floor. How grounding it feels. How relaxing it feels. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Pull it in for a hug. With your left hand, pull the right knee to the left side. And it might not make it to the floor, just as much as you can go. Bring the right arm extending out to the right. And turn your head and neck to the right as well. Shoulders are still on the floor. Gently applying the amount of pressure we're comfortable with. And really just melting into this pose, into the gentle twist. Breathe and be here for about 8 to 10 breaths. Just a few more breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly bringing the knee back to the chest. Pull it in again for one more little hug. And let's switch. So bringing the left knee. Pull it in for a hug. Stay here for a few breaths. And bring the right hand on top of the left side of your knee and slowly pull it down towards the right. Extend the left arm out to your side and turn your head and neck to the left. Melt, breathe. Just be here in this pose. Appreciate the twist. On your next exhale, slowly start to bring the knee back in towards the chest. Pull it in for a hug. Beautiful. And let's straighten both legs. Reach your arms above your head. Reach, stretch, spread your fingers, spread your toes. Beautiful. Now let's bring both knees into the chest. Pull them in for a hug and rock from side to side here. It's a beautiful, gentle way to give your low back and hips a self-massage. Rolling in circles with the knees. Make the circle smaller, bigger, go at whatever pace feels really right, really good. And switch directions of your circle if you haven't already. Maybe you're going back and forth with directions, and that's cool too. Nice, small circles, big circles, all the circles. Okay, pulling the knees in for a hug. Let's bring the feet up, bring the legs into a big wide V. The hands can stay here or grab onto the inside of your thighs and rest there. You move the ankles around a bit, give them some more love, roll in circles, point the toes towards your body, away from your body. Just a few more breaths here. Let's slowly use your hands to help bring the legs together. And the right ankle travels above the left knee. And this may feel really tight at the moment, so let's move slowly and carefully here. Use your left hand, place it behind your left thigh. Bring the right hand to your right knee, and let's pull in with the left and push out with the right. And if this feels really tight right now, that's cool. It's really tight on me too. If it's within your practice to bring the right hand through that little triangle your legs are making, both hands onto the shin, the right elbow to push the right knee back, and pulling in the left leg, you start to get a really beautiful stretch in the lateral rotators and gluteus maximus. It's a great way to release pain and tension in your low back. So if this is a hard stretch for you to do, that means it's important and it's something you should practice more often, but you do need to warm up first because it's getting into deep tissues. Even after a whole practice, it feels pretty tight on me, so I know I need to work on this one more. Stay for 10 more breaths. Keep the shoulders and your head and your neck on the floor. Breathe. Couple more breaths here. Slowly. Let's bring both legs up. Move them around a bit, whatever feels good. Stretch. Now the left ankle is going to come on top of the right knee. Right hand grabbing the right hamstring. Left hand on the left knee. Let's pull in with the right, push out with the left. Keep your shoulders, head, and neck on the floor. Find the sweet spot. Breathe. Be there. It gets easier and better. Maybe not every time because our bodies change from day to day, but over time you will feel more flexible. You will feel expansion in your hips and your body will feel better. Your back will feel better. That is what this pose offers you. This beautiful stretch. So if it's within your practice to bring the left arm into the little triangle your legs are making, bringing both hands on top of the right shin. Use your left elbow to push the left knee back. Pull the right leg in. Breathe. Keep the shoulders on the floor. We'll stay here for 10 more breaths. You can always ease out of it a little bit. A few more breaths here. And slowly sliding your ankle off your knee. Let's bring the legs up, roll the ankles, roll the wrists, move everything around. Let's stretch our fingers, our toes. Beautiful. Bringing the knees back in for a hug. Then place your feet about hip distance apart, arms down by your sides, palms facing up. And just like the movement of a windshield wiper, bring the knees from side to side. So the feet stay generally where they are, but they roll up. They don't have to stay planted. And the hips are moving. You can go slower or faster, whatever feels right. And the next time they land on the right side, just stay there, exactly where they land. Let them be. Let's breathe and be here for about 10 breaths. If you're not feeling any stretch at all, take the right foot, place it on top of the left knee, and allow it to gently pull the hip down towards the floor. You should feel a deeper stretch in that position. If you try it and it's too much, simply let the foot slide off the knee and we're back to where we started. Let's take 3 more relaxing breaths here. And slowly, we'll windshield wiper back and forth a few times each side. And the next time you make your way over to the left, stay there. Let everything flop and relax. If you're not feeling any stretch, place the left foot to the outside of the right knee and allow it to gently apply some downward pressure so you get a deeper pull happening. We'll stay for about 5 more breaths, and again, it's wherever you're comfortable, whether your foot's on your knee or we're just in the position we started with where we landed. And let's windshield wiper back and forth just a couple more times each side. Come back to center. Pull the knees in for a hug. Place the feet down on your mat. Keep the feet together, knees together. And now the knees are going to splay out wide and the bottoms of the feet will be touching. Supta Baddha Konasana. Really let the hips relax. Let the knees drop open. It's always an option to place some pillows, bolsters, or blocks beneath the knees if you feel like you're having a hard time relaxing. And eventually, you won't need them anymore. So find what works for you right now. So just breathing and appreciating your body, everything it's capable of. Honor the fact that you did your very best and you challenged yourself and you made it through not a beginner yoga practice. So you should be proud of yourself and thank yourself for showing up, for being here, and for getting a self-care practice in today. That's very cool. Just a few more breaths here. You're welcome to stay in this position longer. If it feels really good and your hips are starting to open, feel free to stay. Just remember to come out of it slowly when you're ready. Let's make our way to Shavasana. I like to use my hands to push my legs together here. Straighten them out. Let's do a little stretch, reaching the arms above your head, stretch your fingers, your toes, and then the arms come down by your sides, palms facing up. Allow the feet and ankles to splay outwardly. Relax your fingers, your shoulders, Relax your jaw, your forehead, releasing any little bits of tension you feel in your body and allowing yourself to let go a little more with every exhale you take. Breathing normally, close your eyes, and allow yourself to melt into your mat and enjoy your Shavasana. Let's take a few more breaths here. Feel free to pause this if you want a Shavasana longer. I totally understand. Let's start to wiggle our fingers and toes, bringing awareness back to your body. Reach your arms up above your head. Stretch, breathe. Slowly roll onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. We'll stay here for a few breaths before getting up. And using your left hand to help push yourself up to a seated position. Sit however you're most comfortable, cross-legged or any way that you like. Feel free to keep your hands in the lap or inhale and bring your arms up. Hands together to prayer position. Bringing it down towards your heart. May you all be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live with ease. Let's bow to ourselves and each other. Namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me today.